Killing Kenny is one of the greatest running gags in South Park, and we feel the little guy deserves some recognition for dying so much for our entertainment. Join us as we're going to take a closer look at the top 10 Kenny deaths. But before we do that, make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 10. Cartman Gets an Anal Probe. Death by Alien Stampede. In the inaugural episode of South Park, titled Cartman Gets an Anal Probe, Kenny meets his untimely demise in a manner that sets the tone for the series' dark humor. As the boys encounter a mysterious alien spacecraft, Kyle throws a rock at the extraterrestrial invaders. In retaliation, the aliens retaliate by firing a ray gun at the boys. The force of the blast propels Kenny backwards onto the road, where he finds himself in the path of an oncoming stampede of cows. Though Kenny miraculously survives being trampled, his survival is short-lived. A police car, unaware of Kenny's presence, tragically runs him over, bringing an abrupt end to his life. This memorable death serves as a somber reminder of the show's willingness to push boundaries and shock its audience. Number 9. Sexual Harassment Panda. Death by Giant Fan.
When you're trying to have intercourse with a lady friend and some other guy comes up and tickles your balls from behind.
In the episode Sexual Harassment Panda, the boys embark on a quest to find their old friend, Petey, the sexual harassment panda. During their journey, they stumble upon the Island of Misfit Mascots, a refuge for bizarre and nonsensical mascots. Among the assortment of peculiar mascots is Jimmy, the don't hold on to a large magnet while someone else uses a fan nearby falcon. In a demonstration, Kenny unwittingly volunteers to participate. Given a magnet to hold, Kenny becomes the victim of the falcon's warning. The giant fan nearby activates, generating a powerful suction that engulfs Kenny, tearing him apart into tiny pieces. Number 8. Hooked on Monkey Phonics. Death by Rampaging Monkey. The classic Season 3 episode, Hooked on Monkey Phonics, follows Cartman's pursuit of an advantage in an upcoming spelling bee. Cartman turns to Hooked on Monkey Phonics, a program featuring a live monkey playing the drums to enhance his skills. However, during the actual spelling bee, the mischievous monkey ignores Cartman's commands and indulges in the act of self-gratification instead. Disheartened by his failure, Cartman seeks solace in homeschooling. In a fateful turn of events, Kenny unwittingly crosses paths with the Hooked on Phonics monkey. As Kenny innocently takes a bite of a cupcake the monkey is enjoying, the monkey erupts in a fit of rage. It viciously attacks Kenny, relentlessly beating him, slamming him against the walls, and stomping on him until he lies lifeless, bloodied, and broken. Number 7. Chef Goes Nanners. Death by Antacids. In the South Park episode Chef Goes Nanners, Kenny McCormick meets a gruesome fate as a result of an innocent mistake involving what he believed to be minted. Known for his constant hunger due to his family's financial struggles, Kenny's insatiable appetite often leads him to consume some of the most unappealing things imaginable. In this particular episode, Kenny's eyes are bigger than his stomach as he devours an entire bowl of what he assumes to be minted. However, to his unfortunate surprise, the candies in the bowl turn out to be antacids. Oblivious to the mix-up, Kenny proceeds to wash down the antacids with a sip of water, setting off a disastrous chain of events within his stomach. The combination of antacids and water triggers a violent chemical reaction, causing Kenny's body to fizz and froth uncontrollably. As the pressure builds, Kenny's body inflates like a balloon until he eventually explodes in a gory and bloody mess. It's a gruesome and tragic end for poor Kenny, who unknowingly met his demise while satisfying his hunger. At least he didn't die on an empty stomach.
Oh, those weren't mints, those were antacid tablets.
Oh.
After mistaking antacid tablets for mints and eating way too many of them.
Number 6. Gnomes. Death by Underpants Gnomes.
Yeah, he called me a pussy. I'm not a pussy. You're a pussy.
You're a pussy.
Hey, dude, why are you taking Tweak's underpants? Yeah, look what you're doing to this poor kid.
While South Park is widely known for its biting political satire and social commentary, the show also revels in absurdity and silliness. In the episode Gnomes, the boys find themselves entangled in a comical and peculiar mystery surrounding the disappearance of underpants. As Tweak becomes increasingly obsessed with the nightly vanishing of his undergarments, the boys embark on a quest to uncover the truth about the mystery. Much to their astonishment, they stumble upon a group of industrious and underwear-obsessed creatures known as the Underpants Gnomes. Intrigued by the gnomes' peculiar behavior, the boys engage them in a conversation to understand their motives. However, amidst the chaotic dialogue, one of the gnomes accidentally tips over a cart filled to the brim with stolen underpants. The cascading avalanche of undergarments comes crashing down directly onto Kenny's unsuspecting head, flattening him like a bug. As the gnomes continue their animated explanation, the boys are so enthralled by their cockamamie plan that they barely notice Kenny's pancake-like demise. Kenny's squashed fate becomes a mere footnote in the absurdity unfolding around the gnomes' grand scheme. Number 5. Spontaneous Combustion, Death by Farts. In the South Park episode titled Spontaneous Combustion, strange occurrences plague the town, ranging from giant Barbra Streisand attacks to alien invasions. However, one of the most peculiar incidents takes place in Season 3, when random townspeople begin to spontaneously combust. In this chaotic scenario, Kenny meets an unfortunate fate. After acquiring a new girlfriend, Kenny dedicates all his time to her, much to the annoyance of his friends. Tragically, his relationship leads to an unusual cause of death. As he spends time with his girlfriend, Kenny starts bottling up his farts, which is later revealed to be the trigger for the spontaneous combustion. During a casual conversation with his friends, Kenny suddenly bursts into flames, leaving behind nothing but a pile of smoldering ashes. While his demise once again showcases the recurring pattern of Kenny's deaths, it also becomes a vital clue for Randy Marsh in solving the mystery behind the town's spontaneous combustion problem. Consequently, the revelation prompts everyone in South Park to engage in excessive flatulence, fearing the unfortunate fate that befell the ill-fated 4th grader. Number 4. The List. Death by Gunshot. Kenny's deaths in South Park usually intertwine with the plot, albeit sudden and unexpected. Alien invasions, for instance, often foreshadow his demise. However, in the Season 11 episode, The List, Kenny's death takes a completely random and hilarious turn. The episode revolves around Kyle, Stan, and Wendy uncovering a hidden conspiracy involving a list that ranks all the boys in South Park based on their cuteness. The revelation escalates into a rooftop showdown at the school. As Wendy and classmate Baby wrestle over a gun, a shot is inadvertently fired. Surprisingly, Wendy and Baby escaped unharmed, but the stray bullet manages to find its mark. Unbeknownst to Kenny, he becomes an unintended victim as the bullet flies into his house while he casually enjoys a bowl of cereal, shocking his family. This incident humorously underscores the idea that, regardless of Kenny's actions, his fate is seemingly predetermined to meet a tragic end. Number 3. Scott Tenorman Must Die. Death by Laughter. In the episode Scott Tenorman Must Die, Kenny meets his demise in an unexpected and rather unusual manner. The episode revolves around Cartman seeking revenge on Scott Tenorman after being tricked into buying pubic hair. Cartman gathers the townsfolk and plays a video of Radiohead trash-talking Scott, leading to an embarrassing video of Cartman singing a Piggy song and being queued up by Scott. As everyone bursts into laughter, including Kenny, he laughs so intensely that he actually dies from it. The humor is twisted and ironic, as Kenny's death comes from the sheer hilarity of the situation. Even as a ghost, Kenny continues to find amusement in Cartman's defeat. Number 2. Best Friends Forever. Death by PSP. In the episode Best Friends Forever, Kenny meets his fate due to his obsession with his beloved PlayStation Portable. After securing the last PSP available, Kenny spends all his time engrossed in playing video games, neglecting his surroundings. Tragically, while wandering in the road without paying attention, Kenny is struck by a truck driver who is similarly distracted by his own PSP. The irony of the situation is striking, as Kenny's prized possession leads to his untimely demise. Although Kenny is left in a vegetative state and kept alive by a breathing machine, his friend Cartman eventually decides to end his life. Not out of sympathy, but because Kenny had left him his cherished PSP in the event of his death. The episode highlights the dark and twisted nature of Kenny's death, showcasing the show's ability to blend tragedy and humor in unexpected ways. Number 1. Spooky Fish. Death by Goldfish. In the Halloween special episode Spooky Fish, South Park takes a dark and comedic turn with Kenny's demise. The episode centers around Stan and his new pet Goldfish, unknowingly from an evil alternate reality, which leads to a series of bizarre and deadly events. As the bodies of the victims start appearing near Stan's fishbowl, it's only a matter of time before Kenny falls victim to the fish's murderous tendencies. During a visit to Stan's house, Kenny is unexpectedly snatched by the possessed goldfish and thrown into the fishbowl. Despite Stan and Kyle being oblivious to the unfolding horror, Kenny meets a gruesome end as he's torn to shreds by the sinister fish. fish, leaving behind a bloodied fishbowl as the only evidence of his demise. While Kenny has faced numerous deaths throughout the series, being devoured by a great white shark might seem less embarrassing than falling victim to a possessed goldfish. The episode showcases the show's ability to blend dark humor with supernatural elements, creating memorable and unexpected scenarios for Kenny's death. So which Kenny's death amused you the most? Let us know in the comments section and subscribe for more videos.